Alright, we're getting tired of not being able to go anywhere. I'm getting sick of it. I just want to go somewhere, but I can't. So instead, we're gonna travel using our kitchen as a magic carpet. And we're first gonna stop by the Florida Keys. Okay, so obviously the key lime pie relies on key limes, obviously. You know, without them it would just be pie? Anyway, these widow babies grow naturally in the Florida Keys, and they're way more tart and fragrant than their lime brethren. The first key lime pie recipe was written by a ship salvager. It's rumored that they got the recipe from sponge divers who would make the recipe from what they had on their boat. You know, canned milk, limes, eggs. Since this bad boy can be made without baking, then they could throw it together and make a delicious dessert without the aid of an oven. But since eating raw eggs is a bad idea, I'm gonna be using a more modern version. But do you wanna know what else is a bad idea? Not having home or car insurance. That's where today's sponsor, Geico, comes in. Just like the bundle of delicious ingredients to create the key lime pie, it's a more sort of conceptual deliciousness, but you see what I'm saying. If you combine your home or car insurance, you could save even more. So for bundling made easy, visit geico.com today. The link is in the description. You know what to do.
You can't have a nice key lime pie without a nice graham quacky crust. But if you know me, we aren't gonna use the store-bought stuff. Oh no. By the way, quick history lesson. Did you know graham crackers were invented to quell human desire? That's a fun fact that I only hate a little bit. Anyway, to make your primal urge curbing crackers, you'll need to start by mixing together 3/4 of a cup or 116 grams of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups or 211 grams of whole wheat flour, 1/4 cup or 60 grams of brown sugar, half a teaspoon or 2 grams of fine sea salt, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of baking powder, and 1.5 teaspoons or 4 grams of ground cinnamon. Give that some whiskey business until thoroughly combined. Now separately, crack 1 large whole egg in a medium-sized bowl, whisk that brother up, and add in 3.5 tablespoons or 50 milliliters of whole milk, 1/4 cup or 80 grams of honey, and 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of a neutral tasting oil. By the way, extra virgin olive oil works well too, and it also sort of adds an interesting little flavor. Now add your eggy mixture to the flour mixture, then just mix that together and knead until you form a nice dough. If it's too dry, then just add a little splash of milk. Now once you got a nice smooth dough, wrap them up in plastic wrap, give Graham a little smiley, and let it rest in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour. Now once he's had a nice little sleep, rip him from his little plastic bed and roll him out to 1/8 of an inch thick. Look, at the end of the day, we're gonna crush this stuff up. Sorry about it. So there's no need to cut any sort of pattern or whatever. Just place it on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, punch little holes with a fork, and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes or until dry and crisp and lightly browned. Then let your desired crackers cool cool. Now, making the pie is actually a lot easier than making the graham crackers in my opinion. Haha, oops. Now to make the pie, first get your filling prepared. It's a key lime pie, so call me crazy, but I think you should probably use key limes. With that said, I understand the key limes aren't available everywhere, so of course you can use regular limes, and I'll only be a little bit angry at you. Now in a medium-sized bowl, add 4 egg yolks. Here's a cool way that I like to separate my yolks. I'll crack all the eggs into a vessel and then separate them out by hand. Now, start whisking your yolks, and then you're gonna add 1 tablespoon or 4 grams of fresh key lime zest that's been roughly chopped to get it a little finer. You know, you want it to look nice. Then 14 ounces or 400 grams of sweetened condensed milk, which by the way, you can make this from scratch, and I have a recipe for my sweetened condensed milk in my pumpkin pie video, which you should go take a look at. Anyway, finally whisk in half a cup or 120 milliliters of key lime juice. Once that's thoroughly combined, cover it with plastic wrap and let it sit at room temperature while you prepare the crust. This resting period is crucial to the thickening process. That was thick with 4 C's. Now to prepare your crust, take your graham crackers that you worked so hard on, place them in a little plastic bag and beat them until you get mostly fine crumbs. Yep, we made them just to crush them. Welcome to fine dining. Now place your graham cracker crumbs into a medium-sized bowl along with 1/3 cup or 70 grams of brown sugar, 3/4 of a teaspoon or 3 grams of fine sea salt. Whisk that together, then mix in 3/4 of a cup or 168 grams of unsalted melted butter until thoroughly incorporated, and you get a nice sort of wet sand mixture. Press that into a 9-inch into a 9-inch pie mold, nice and evenly. It's a little easier if you use the bottom of a flat cup or something. Then bake your crust at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes to set. Pull it out, let it cool completely, then pour in your filling and bake it in the oven at the same temperature for 15 to 17 minutes or until set, but still quite jiggly. Pull it out and let it cool most of the way off, then refrigerate it until completely chilly and cold. at least 3 hours, but ideally overnight. Now, all you gotta do is give it a little slicey wicey, serve it with a nice dollop of whipped cream, some fresh grated key lime zest, and get ready to enter the Florida zone.
Okay, so we got it. Bow, bow. You like that echo? I hate it. I could do this without any reverb effect at all. See, we don't even need to add effects post-production because I'm still settling in, okay? It's been a crazy week. Key lime pie.
We'll correct that.
Observe. Now that. Ooh, look at this. Distinct layers. Perfect crust to key lime ratio. I mean, bruv. This is a perfect key lime pie. I haven't even said anything and I've already eaten so much of it. The crust, crispy, crunchy, sweet, salty, graham quackly. But the custard, I mean, it actually tastes like key lime. It's not just like sweet, a little bit tart. No, I'm saying like, when you eat this, it's like limes. The whipped cream, I mean, you know, it adds a nice creaminess, but
Limes.
it's perfect on its own. I mean, my God, bro. Brings me back to my childhood. My mom would take me to this restaurant when I lived in LA, and we would eat key lime pie together, and it's bringing back all those memories. Except this tastes way better than that key lime pie. So make yourself some key lime pie and be taken away to Memory Island, Florida Keys, mermaids, limes, all in a nice little, what was a pie. Let the keys take you away.
Now, do you want to know what else is key limey and zesty? B-roll.
Alright guys, and that is it. Again, thank you to Geico for sponsoring this video. We appreciate you, we love you, and we kiss you. It's like a perfect little audio file, almost like a little MP3. They're helping me with this culinary journey in the United States, in my home, and they want to help you too, just differently, like by helping you save money on your home and car insurance. Arguably equally as important. So don't forget to head down to the description and click the link to go to geico.com today. Let's talk about this key lime pie. Key lime pie. I'm talking key limes, but if you don't have key limes, that's totally fine. You can use regular limes. I'll only judge you a little bit. Maybe in your DMs, I'll be like, oh, you're very ugly for not using key limes. That's a joke. It's okay if you use regular limes. It's just not the same, and you know, it'll be more like a lime pie, which is not necessarily worse, but yeah, you get the point. You can still use regular limes, they're perfectly fine. It's just more of like a lime pie. This has to be one of the easiest pies of all time to make. Obviously, I made mine a little more difficult by making everything from scratch, but you know, you do whatever feels right. Just know that I'm silently judging you from afar. With all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.